Good morning, swans and falcons, and welcome to our first online lesson. Well, I hope you find this useful. You may want to pause the video at various points so that you can have a go at some of the questions and then restart it. That's absolutely fine. Stop and start as much as you like. Anyway, here is our learning intention for today. Can I divide decimals by whole numbers? Now, on the sheet that you'll be working on, you'll see that whole numbers are referred to as integers. They're exactly the same thing, different name. Okay, I've used whole numbers here, but integers and whole numbers are the same thing. So pause the video, give yourself time to write that learning intention down. Okay, lovely. Let's move on and have a look at some examples. So the first question I want to look at is 3.96 divided by 3. Okay, I can represent that problem in a place value chart, as I have here. So I have in my columns ones or units, decimal point, T for tenths, and a lowercase h for hundredths. Okay, so I've got my 3 ones, my 9 tenths, and my 6 hundredths that I'm now going to divide by 3. So when we divide by 3, we see how many we group them, okay, into threes. So if I can find my pencil, no I can't, I've lost it, oh, there it is. Okay, I have my pen. It's not unusual for me to lose it, as Swan Class will know. So I'm now going to group my ones. How many groups of 3 have I got? Miss Jennings is here as my pupil for today. Miss Jennings, how many groups of 3 do I have on my board?
That's one group of 3.
One group of 3. Well done, Miss Jennings. So I have one group of 3. Okay, one group of 3 is there. Add in my decimal point. Okay. Now I move on to the next column, onto my tenths column, okay? And I have 9 tenths. You see here, I have 9 tenths, and I need to know how many groups of 3 I have in my 9 tenths. So let's group them. Count with me, Miss Jennings. 1, 2, and 3. I have 3 groups of 3 in my tenths column. My decimal place's in. I have 3 groups of 3. Okay, so I now move on to my hundredths column. I've got 6 hundredths. How many groups of 3 do we think I'm going to have, Miss Jennings? Any idea?
2 groups of 3, I think.
2 groups of 3. Let's see if Miss Jennings is right. She knows her division facts, I think. 1 and 2. Give yourself a pat on the back, Miss Jennings. She is correct. So we have 2 groups of 3. So 2 groups of 3 and 6. That gives me an answer of 1.32. Okay, let's have a look at another example. So this question here, I have 5.28 divided by 4. And I'm going to use my place value chart again. So where am I going to be putting the 5, Miss Jennings? Where do you think the 5 might go?
In the ones column.
In the ones column, or the units, if like me you normally call it units. But yes, it goes in the ones column, so let's put that in. 5 in the ones column, okay? I've got 2 in the tenths column. So there's my 2. And 8 in the hundredths column. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there's my number representing my place value chart. 5.28. And I want to divide that by 4. So I want to see how many groups of 4 I have in each of these columns. Okay, so start here. Here I have 1 group of 4. Okay, 1 group of 4. Oh no, I've got 1 left. What do I do with that? Okay, well, we know from our work that we've done previously about the power of 10 and the fact that 10 of these equals 1 of these. So if that's true, how many does 1 of these equal to the tenths column? How many would we get if I exchange 1 of these for tenths? What would I get? Let's have a think. Miss Jennings, do you know the answer?
I think it's 10 tenths in 1 whole.
You're quite right, it's 10 tenths in 1 whole. So what I'm going to do is exchange my 1 whole into 10 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, silly me, I forgot to do something. I forgot to put my 1 over here. And when I'm using a more formal method, I represent the one that's carrying over, okay, by crossing that out and putting 1 there. And now I have 12 effectively in my tenths column. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. So now I need to see how many groups of 4 I have in the tenths column. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Put my decimal point in, and my answer is 3 lots. And then I'll put that over here as well. Mustn't forget the decimal point. And finally, I'm on my hundredths column, and I want to know how many lots of groups of 4 I have in my hundredths. I've got 1 and 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And so I'm going to put my 2 there, because 4 into 8 goes 2. Okay, how are we feeling about this at the moment? Thumbs up, thumbs down, in the middle? Are we still a bit unsure? If you're super confident and this makes sense to you, then stop the video now and go off and have a go at the worksheet. If you're a little bit unsure and you want to try out a few more questions before you move on to the sheet, then stay tuned, because we're going to do a couple more examples together. So here's the question now, 7.28 divided by 4. Okay, pause the video now and have a go at working this one out. And when you're done, restart the video and we'll go through it together. Welcome back. Okay. Let's have a look together though. I'm not going to do the place value chart this time. I'm just going to use a formal written method. But you could use the place value chart if that helps. Actually, I'm going to move it down a little bit because I haven't left myself much space. So 7.28 divided by 4. 4s into 7 go how many times, Miss Jennings?
Once.
Once. Remainder 3. Okay. How many times does 4 go into, oh, must remember to put the decimal point, mustn't I? Did you remember to do that? I hope so. 4s into 32 go how many times? 8. Don't look so unsure. Have confidence in your division facts there, Miss Jennings. Okay, lovely. So 8, lots of 4 and 32. How many times does 4 go into 8? 2, I hear you say. Well done, everybody at home. Did you get 1.82 as your answer at home? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Hopefully, well done. Okay. Let's do one more example then before you get going on your own questions. Oh, slightly bigger number now. 19.8. Miss Card, read it correctly. Divided by 6. So pause the video now and have a little go. How did you find that? Welcome back. Let's have a look together. 19.8 divided by 6. Okay, so how many times does 6 go into 1? It doesn't, does it? 1 is smaller, okay? So we're going to cross that out and carry it over to the 9, okay? How many times does 6 go into 19? 6, 12, 18. Goes in 3 times, doesn't it? I'm going to put a 0 there just to remind myself that I did actually do that. 3 times, but there is a remainder. What's our remainder? It's 1 again, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to carry my 1 over to here, and then 6 into 18, we know goes 3 times. So our answer is 3.3 even. Is that the answer you all got? I hope so. Well done, you've worked really hard this morning. Hopefully you're all feeling thumbs up, or maybe a little bit like that, that's okay. Have a go away and have a go at those questions. Let us know on the blog how you got on. Good luck and see